Hi everyone, it's Jody with Jody Stokes Fitness. Today we're going to work with the weighted vest. The weighted vest premise is that it will help with progressive overload. The same thing as if you were to go to the gym. However, when you're working with natural exercises or movements such as walking or running or body weighted activities, it'll help your muscles and your bones adapt to the change. Not just that, but it'll help increase your cardiovascular system and make your lungs work harder and make your heart work a little bit harder, thus increasing your VO2 max. Again, we're also going to be burning a little more calories, almost up to 12% more of a caloric burn by keeping the weight vest on us. So stick with me. Let's get it. Team, put your vest on. Let's get warmed up with some easy lunges. We're going to go with a 10 count. Squeeze that back glute. Pull your abs in, down and up. Front knee about 90 degrees. Back knee about 90 degrees. Get that knee down. Just warm it up. Squeeze that glute on the up. Good job. Switch out the legs. Lean it back. You'll also feel a nice stretch in that hip flexor. We do need to burn that extra 12% calories after and if you've had any Halloween candy. Okay, go ahead and bring it into just an easy squat. I want to show you the side squat so you can see how far back to get your glutes. Pump the arms and get your hips back. Good job, guys. Let's go ahead and take it into some movement now with step back lunges. Okay, and then we'll take it to the front. So you're loading the front leg on that front lunge. You want to be very gentle and easy coming down. Watch that knee, and you want to push and propel off of that front leg. My weight vest is about 5 pounds. I think that's plenty because I don't want too much weight on my back. Going fast into some quick squats right here. Good job, you guys. Bring it to the front. Take it into a wide squat, abduction lift. Opening up those hips, getting some mobility in those hips, and really warming up those legs. You'll start to feel your heart rate start to elevate just a little bit here. Take it down into a wider squat. Good work, and we'll take it into that wide squat, abduction again. Good, and we're gonna step together, step. We'll go to the right, we'll go to the left. Keep pumping those arms, slowly increasing the heart rate just a little bit and increasing the muscle. Good, mobility, muscle, strength. Good. Now let's bring it back to center, and we're gonna go into a wide kickstand lunge. I need to center myself a little bit, but you wanna push off of that leg, bring it back to center. One knee's bent, the other leg is straight. Another option would be you could take that foot out just a little bit more in front. Just kind of make sure that you feel good with how you're doing this and it doesn't bother your knees. Back into that squat, still warming it up, starting to feel that heart rate raise up a little bit. Into a side squat. Take it out to the side and lift. So bring the foot back in. Take it out for a squat, lift the leg, bring it in, foot back in, out for a squat, leg out, and then in. Out, lift, good. And we'll do a couple more of these just because it took us a minute just to get started. Good work. Definitely getting our heart rates up at this point. We're gonna go into a lunge again. We're gonna pulse it a little bit faster, really squeezing the back glute, a little bit of load on the front leg. Good work, team. Bringing it back to center. You're gonna lunge front, curtsy back. Make sure you got plenty of room here because you don't wanna have to make sure you're not hitting a wall like I am, and make sure that leg gets way behind you. I'm telling you, these vests really make a difference during these exercises. I could tell my heart rate was going up a little bit faster. My legs could definitely feel these. And it left my arms free, which I kind of liked. Awesome. Let's move into a little bit of jumping. Go ahead and squat back, pump those arms, lift the feet off the floor or just come onto the toes, lifting the heels. Moving side to side, a little multi-directional work here, like we've learned from our jump videos. Good job. Gonna go a little further, side to side. Just make sure you're planting those feet. Awesome. Taking it into a wide plie squat. Just move the hips a little bit side to side. Get deep into this plie squat, holding it down and pressing in a double time fashion. Just keep pumping through. Squeeze those inner thighs on the up and the glutes on the up. Yeah, definitely feeling those legs at this point. So let's go ahead and take it down to the ground. This is one of my favorite exercises. It's a push-up with a butt lift. So if you want to right now add a little weight to the backs of your knees, go ahead and do that. It's just hard to be on the knees. So just go ahead and make sure you lift that leg nice and high, engaging that glute. Make sure that when you're doing these push-ups, your arms are at 90 degrees. So maybe a little bit wider than your mat. Good job, guys. Stretch your back out real fast. Let's go straight into some abs. We're gonna lift that hip up and down. So I love how effective this exercise is with the weight vest on. Just lifting that hip up off the ground, hand up high, only 10. Then we'll take the hand behind the head and we'll take it down for a side plank twist. And we'll take it to the other side. I hope you guys have been practicing not taking it down to the ground in between your turns. Take it center, hip side to side. And then we'll lift up for those. See, I almost forgot those butt lifts again like I did in one of the videos. So we'll get those in. Lift up through the waist. Go ahead and take it down for the plank twist. Good. Take a stretch if you need to. We're going to go back into tall plank and bring the knees in for a nice easy mountain climber. If you want to cross those knees across your body, go ahead and do so. That'll engage a little bit more of the obliques and the intercostals. Back to the push-up and the knee lift. Also, if this bothers your knees a little bit, just double up on that mat. Work, guys. Go ahead and take it back into that plank, and you're going to go ahead and tilt it from side to side. Let's go into the side plank twist again. Switching sides, no dropping in the middle. This is an intense one. See if you can do it. If you have to drop to your hips in the middle, go ahead and do so. Okay, we're gonna go into a full sit-up right now. This one took me a minute to come up, so make sure that your feet are secure if you need to. Maybe under a couch, maybe under a chair, whatever it is that you feel you need. You know, another way to do a full sit-up, if you're just learning to do so, is if you put a tube in the door about 1.5 feet from the bottom, and then you sit in front of it. We're gonna go side to side again for those obliques and intercostals. Try to keep your feet up off the floor if you can. Back to a full sit-up. Always the first one's a little harder. You got, 5 pounds pulling you back down to the ground. So once you get your momentum going, it's a little bit easier to get that full sit-up in. Good work, team. All right, we're gonna go into some forward flexion. Now, clearly you've got an extra 5 pounds right around the chest area, upper body. So if you take it down, keep your back nice and straight. And I always come up for my deadlift. I don't externally rotate my hips forward, meaning a pelvic tilt. I try to just engage that glute, almost standing straight. To a front side crunch. The goal is to stay in forward flexion, tight abs, flat back, and bring those elbows over to the side and as high as you can. Now protect your back by pulling that core in nice and strong. Good. Full crunch forward. Squeeze those glutes when you're coming down. I do like standing abs because when you're laying down for abs to do a crunch, your body melts into the ground. You don't get as much trunk rotation involved in it. When you're standing, you have to really hold those hips tight and those glutes tight. From side to side, the little windmill. Abs stay nice and strong and your hips try to stay square. Squeeze the glute from side to side. Nice, easy, bent over. I like this more for a spinal stretch than I do ab work, but it certainly feels good to lift those elbows nice and high, work over for the waist. Taking those legs nice and wide. Let's go ahead and just move it over side to side with an active lunge stretch. Hips are way back. I've got my elbows super close to my legs. Stretch it out real fast for those hamstrings. You probably didn't realize how much you've used those hamstrings today. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. And that's it. Be fit.